Now to kick things off, please put your hands together for Ilian from Blueshare.
Blueshares are the tokenized traditional paper shares of Interprom Mining AG that is currently building an underground subway metro in a European capital city. First Swiss-based company to offer its shares on the Ethereum blockchain, bringing capital appreciation and dividend to all Blueshare holders. Our goal is to raise over 200 million euros in capital for mining gold, silver, zinc, copper, and lead.
Hello everyone. I don't see anything working there, so I'll be telling you the story of Blueshare, a company that it's 22 years old. Each one of them has been profitable, currently employing over 120 people, doing, as you saw at the spoiler, the metro in a European capital. So these 22 years allowed us to gain access and win over 22 exploration to concession rights in Bulgaria. Bulgaria is in the European Union north of Greece. So we are issuing a security token, which is not a utility token, it's not a currency on blockchain, even though the business is entirely off blockchain and is conventional mining of gold, silver, copper, zinc, and lead. So basically we had a huge challenge because, you know, security token is all about giving you global access to capital. So you have global access to capital, but the legislation underlying does not allow you global access to capital, so we had to adapt. But this is not the story I'm going to tell today. So basically, what we are doing is we incorporated a Swiss company which holds 90% of the Bulgarian company that holds the rights to the concessions. 22 concessions, 10 out of which are ready to be mined, which means that exploration has finished, which means that everything is ready, only the capex needs to kick in. So you can see the map. Bulgaria is on the left, Eastern Europe is on the right. So we have 6 sites which are for construction materials located over a highway to be built, linking Western Bulgaria with Eastern Bulgaria. We have 3 mines which are co-located, which means that there is one processing plant between all 3 mines, one of which is open cut, 2 of which are underground galleries. So they are for gold and silver. Then we have the so-called, within our company, golden site. Why golden? Because back in the days when mining was done, the communist mining companies were taking only the richest ore to mine because it was giving them the best return. So all the ore which was not that rich was dumped in a landfill. So this landfill has been granted to our company, so it is full of ore, ready to access, no mining. We just need to process it and take out the copper that stands within it. So as you can imagine, the mining job has been done. The ore is there, we just need to process it. So 3 co-located sites with 1 processing unit, 1 landfill ready to process, and 6 quarries for construction materials are ready to be used. So what we are doing, we are raising 280 million for mining, which will allow us to have all sites usable within 2021. So within 3 years, all of those would be operatable. And the amount of precious metals sitting there is 3.4 billion euros. So the next sites, the other 12, are located around Bulgaria. They are stage 2, so I won't be speaking about them. So why on blockchain? I told you already. Which is the biggest question everyone has? Liquidity. We will have our own platform to provide liquidity to our investors because, as you know, none of the on-blockchain exchanges currently accepts security tokens because they need to be regulated. We expect that to change within next year. So each exchange that would be accepting security tokens, we intend to be listed on it. you can get your dividend. So what is the difference? Being regulated, we are with FINMA, the Swiss financial authority. So you are entitled to the assets of the company, real assets. You can exchange your token for an actual share, and you are entitled to dividends. You can subscribe with fiat, with Bitcoin, with Ethereum. We are not selling because we are regulated. This is not a solicitation. This is just for information purposes. So our team, our CEO, Ilian, he's the founder of the company 22 years ago. At the highest, at the peak of the company, he was employing 800 people. My colleague, Mr. Scarlatov, he's a doctor in finance. My friend Javor, he's our chief operations officer. He's an entrepreneur. And the rest of the team, we have geologists and the whole 9 yards. Questions,
Your time
please.
is up. Your 5 minutes is up. Thank you very much. Now we head to Q&A from our jury members.
I have one question. You have mentioned that you have a material worth of 3.5 billion euros on site. How did you derive that number?
Okay, there is a full data room with full geological reports. They are subscribed with the state of Bulgaria, so they are within the state register. It can be provided. It's not some phony number. There is a full due diligence geological report in English, so we are happy to grant you access if an NDA is signed.
Okay, 2 more questions I have. You mentioned you need 280 million euros. What are you going to use the proceeds for?
Yes, we have, of course, the sources and uses report. So most of the money, approximately half of them will go for the 3 co-located mines, and the rest will go for the others. There is a detailed report about the spending the money. This is not a number we just throw in the air.
Okay, my last question is, you have mentioned end of the year you would distribute dividends, although you need 3 years for the mines to be operating. How come you would prematurely distribute dividends?
I didn't say we would distribute end of the year. I say that every token holder would be entitled to dividend. Dividend is paid when money are made. So first, until 2021, there will be no dividends. Excuse me if I have misled the public, but we cannot distribute dividends if we have not made the money. This is a conventional business model. It works. Off blockchain, it works as any other business model.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
So the 280 million that you're raising on a security token, what is the underlying asset? Like, are you giving shares? I know you mentioned share conversion.
Thank you for this
what
question.
Percentage?
So basically, it was a big challenge. So we have the Swiss company has issued conventional shares without voting rights, so Class B shares. So each token, if you can imagine, there would be a smart contract of 1 line. 1 token gives you 1 share. So this is it. And if you want to convert the token into a share, you can do so and hold a real ISIN share, International Securities Identification Number share. So it is a real, you really hold assets and entitlement to dividends.
So what percentage?
Okay, it's 300 million shares have been issued. The offering would be for approximately 100 million. But don't calculate the price. Price depends on the stage of entrance, etc., etc. So 280 million for 100 million shares does not mean 2.8 euros per share. So basically 280 million in theory will give you 33% of the dividend rights. Questions, come on. Any questions from the public or the jury?
So you're buying concession, and what is the average accuracy of the report? Let's say each report tells you that each mine you have that much of copper, gold, or silver. What's the average industry, average accuracy of such reports?
Okay, so I will tell you how it works. First, we don't buy concessions. You obtain the right to research, which is usually 5 years, 2 years plus 3 years. Once you prove that there is a finding there, you are entitled to receive the concession from the state. Accuracy, I would say it's more than 90%. For the first ones we gave you, the quarries, the 3 mines plus the landfill, it's more above 90%. But there is a geological report for each one of them.
But such geological reports, like mining gold in Australia, the accuracy is 35%. How could your geological report becomes 90%?
Okay, I will tell you. These are reserves that have been proven before us, especially for the landfill. Landfill, it's something that, for the copper in particular, for the quarries as well. For the gold, we can provide you the reports. We can provide, it's the approval of the state. So we can show you all the documentation. And every investor will decide for himself how accurate they are. But one of them, it's open cut. So at open cut, you cannot make a mistake.
Okay,
Christian,
so just
why tokenizing your assets and not just raise from traditional investors?
Very good question. Now, if I want to have global access to capital, what do I have to do? I need to choose a listing venue in Europe. Then I have to issue GDRs, global depository receipts. Then I have to list these global depository receipts for another 5 exchanges. So the cost would be enormous. What a security token offers? 2 things, the most important.
Sorry.
Global access to capital and full transparency.
Yes,
That's why.
your time is up. Thank you very much to Ilian. Please give him a big hand.
Thank you very much, guys. Good luck to all participants. Thank you, Singapore.